Good morning, cadets. Today I'll be taking up the poem A Legend of the Northland. So, a thought comes to everybody's mind. Which country or countries do you think Northland refers to? It's a legend of the Northland. And which countries? So, Northland can be any extremely cold country in the Earth's north polar region, as Greenland or Russia, Canada, Norway. So, Norland can refer to any extremely cold country. Talking about the poem, it's a ballet. So, first of all, we should know what is a ballad. Ballad means a poem, but it has a story inside it. So, you should know that what is a ballad and how the poem A Legend of the Northland is a ballad. That is the basic question. So, ballad means a poem which has a story, and definitely the poem A Legend of Northland is a ballad because soon you will be finding out there is a story of Northland which is being told to us. Long, long ago, there lived an old lady in Northland. She was very selfish and greedy. She was rich, she was self sufficient, but she was very selfish and greedy. One day, Saint Peter, he was a great preacher. He went around the world teaching people. After preaching the world, he reached her door and he was very tired and hungry, and she was making cakes and baking them on a hearth. Hearth, you know, the fire. And our Saint Peter, he was fainting with hunger and starvation. So he thought that she is baking hot cakes. Let me ask a piece of cake to satisfy my hunger. He asked the lady to give him a piece of cake, but she tried to make the smallest cake every time, but she was still thinking it is bigger to offer. She did not want to offer him. As it was being baked, it appeared to her as big. See the selfish and greedy nature of the lady. Again, she took extreme little scrap of dough. Dough. Dough is we make chapatis. While making chapati, first we will take atta and then we'll add salt and water. Then we will knead it. Knead matlab Knead. After kneading, that is called dough. Dough. So she took the smallest dough and rolled it flat. She baked it as thin as a wafer, but she did not like to give to that man. She felt, oh, this is a big cake. I don't want to get separated from the cake. This made Saint Peter very angry because he thought, you have so much and you are not able to give a hungry man a small piece of cake. This much selfishness and greed is not good. So he cursed her. Out of anger, Saint Peter curses her and told her she was not fit to live in a human form and enjoy the luxuries of life. He cursed her and turned her into a woodpecker who has to bore a hole in the hard and dry wood to get the scanty food. So, to make her realize the importance of food, he made her a woodpecker, and woodpecker has to struggle a lot to find food. It has to bore a hole in the wood to get the food. So she can be seen in the trees till the day boring and boring for her food. So this lesson is boring, or if the bird is boring, spelling is same, but meaning is different. Boring, boring. Then it is uninteresting if you are referring to a class or an event or something. But when a woodpecker is boring, it is trying to make a hole with the beak. So this is about the story in a nutshell. Now let's read the actual poem. This poem narrates the legend of an old lady who angered St. Peter because of her greed. First stanza. Away, away in Northland, where the hours of the day are few and nights are so long in winter that they cannot sleep them through. So, the first description is about Northland, and I have already told you Northland means extremely cold country in the Earth's North Polar region, maybe Greenland, Russia, Canada, Norway. So there, the days are very short and nights are longer. You know the geography well, that during the winters, days are shorter and nights are longer. And in extremely cold region, definitely the nights are longer. And one cannot sleep that much. If nights are longer, there is a time limit we can sleep, where they harness the swift reindeer to the sledges when it snows, and the children look like bears' cubs in funny furry clothes. So you must have seen the reindeers in extremely cold region. This animal reindeer is found, and it has a sledge. Sledge is the wooden support with which uh, the people use to skiing and all type of cold area games. And the children will look like cute teddy bears because they are wearing sweaters and woolen clothes, so they are all in fur, so children are looking very sweet and cute. Third stanza. They tell them a curious story. I don't believe it is true. And yet you may learn a lesson if I tell the tale to you. So there is a story in Northland, and you may believe it or not, but there is a very good lesson to be learned from this story, that never be greedy. If you are self sufficient and are in a position to help somebody, try to do that. Don't become greedy. If somebody is starving or hungry, give a piece of bread if you are self sufficient. Once, when the good Saint Peter lived in the world below and walked about it preaching, just he did, you know. So once Saint Peter, saints usually they give lot of preaching and teaching to the people, moral values, so that they have good qualities like kindness, love, compassion for everyone, brotherhood, unity. They preach and preach so that the world becomes a good place to live. And he was preaching everywhere. He came to the door of a cottage in traveling around the earth, where a little woman was making cakes and baking them on the hearth. And finally, he reached a lady's cottage, and he could smell from outside itself that the lady is making very tasty and delicious cakes on the hearth. So, hearth is before gas and all other gadgets came, people used to make on that chula type, that is a hearth, a fire is made, and then you do it. Still, in villages, they practice because it is a very healthy way to eat, and it is a very tasty food, is very tasty when you do it on that. So she was
Which
baking.
way, ma'am?
Hearth, chula, 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 you know?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, in the
Chula
bucket.
means ma'am.
Yeah, in the bucket you make what you call fire and make chapatis, or you just keep three stones and then add firewood and you will prepare food. So everybody does not have a gas, and some people even have gas, still they prepare in this way because it tastes better. And being faint with fasting, for the day was almost done, he asked her for her store of cakes to give him a single one. And saints usually they have a holy and a spiritual life, so they are on fast. They believe that simplicity should be there in life. They eat less, only they eat as much as the body requires and all. So he had fasted the whole day and he came to the lady's cottage. He was very hungry, so he asked her a piece of cake. So she made a little cake, but as it baking lay, she looked at it and thought it seems too large to give away. So, evil minded people, or wicked minded people, or selfish, greedy people, they don't like to give away even the smallest things to others. They will try to make it still smaller. And the lady baked and she found that the cake is bigger. Then she again baked. So her mind was not to help that man. Therefore, she needed another. So I told you this is the process of uh, when we take some atta and add water, and the process with the hand which we do, that is called kneading. And still made a smaller one, but it looked when she turned over as large as the first had done. So every time she was trying to make the smallest cake, it was becoming bigger. And as you know, she's very selfish, so she did not want to help that man. Then she took a tiny scrap of dough and rolled it flat and baked it thin as a wafer. But she could not part with that. Again, she took a smallest dough and made a thin wafer. Wafers you must be eating. Wafers are so thin, the moment you put in your mouth, it melts. So that much thin cake she wanted to prepare. But again, she looked at the cake and she felt the cake is too big. I cannot give it to Saint Peter. For she said, my cakes that seem too small when I eat of them myself are yet too large to give away. So she put them on the shelf. When I prepare cake and I want to eat a cake, my cake is small. And when I'm preparing for St. Peter, the cake is growing bigger and bigger. So she did not want to give the cake to St. Peter. She put it on the shelf. Then good St. Peter grew angry, for he was hungry and faint, and surely such a woman was enough to provoke a saint. So Saint Peter thought that I have smelt the cakes are ready, and I have asked her, and she's taking it too long to give it to me. She's not giving to me. He was very hungry, almost means he was uh, fainting, means about to feel unconscious, and this provoked him. Provoke means the feeling that now it is enough. I have to do something. This lady is very, very selfish. And he said, you are far too selfish to dwell in a human form, to have both food and shelter and fire to keep you warm. God has gifted you, lady, with good food, shelter, fire, everything. You are blessed, oh lady, and you're so greedy and selfish that you cannot give a hungry man a small piece of cake. Very selfish. You are not fit to become a human being. Human beings, they have feelings, kindness, compassion. You don't have any of these things, so you are not fit to be a human being. Now you shall build as the birds do and shall get your scanty food by boring and boring and boring all day in the wood, hard, dry wood. So I curse you, I'm going to punish you now and make you a kingfisher, woodpecker, because woodpecker knows how difficult it is to get food, and you will face the same thing. You are going to bore and bore and bore in the hard dry wood, and you will understand that how difficult it is to get food. Then up she went through the chimney, never speaking a word. Out of the top flew a woodpecker, for she was changed to a bird. And suddenly the lady was going through the chimney, and out of the chimney came a woodpecker. So I told you the legend of Northland is a ballad, Ballad, because this question may be asked. Justify that the poem, the legend of Northland is a ballad. You have to justify. But first, the definition: ballad is a poem which has a story in it. And you have some old words also. In some ballads, they use in old English words also. So this is definitely a ballad because there is a story inside it, though it is a poem. So now the lady has become a woodpecker. So as we started, they told that it is true or not, we don't know. But the poet Fob Carey, he has a very good message to give us. The poet Fob Carey is telling, if you are self sufficient, if you are in a capacity to help someone, definitely help. That is what Fob Carey has conveyed through his poem. She had a scarlet cap on her head, and that was left the same, but all the rest of the clothes were burnt black as coal in the flame. So I think all of you must have seen a woodpecker. Around the neck, the woodpecker has a red belt sort. And this lady also used to wear a scarlet cap on her head. So the head part or that upper portion of the woodpecker is also red. Rest of the body is like a charcoal. So her all the clothes were burnt, but her scarlet cap was not burnt. So that is reflected in the woodpecker also. And every country schoolboy has seen her in the wood where she lives in the trees till this very day, boring and boring for food. So the village boys, all the school boys, see a woodpecker struggling on a branch of the tree, boring and boring, trying to get some food. So that is the legend of Northland. So here is a woodpecker. You can see the scarlet cap. So this is how the lady who was very self-sufficient became a woodpecker because of her selfish and greedy nature. Yes, get it with just
The
some
name of the
light.
poem is Legend of Northland. It is a ballad. It means that the story will be there in a poem. In the Northland, the hours of day are few and the nights are so long. We can't sleep them through. The children in the children in the Northland look like teddy bears because of the furry clothes they wear, and they tell that they tell that they have heard a curious story and they don't believe it's true, but we might learn a lesson through that story. Once there was a Saint Peter lived in the world below, and he walked about it, preaching just as he did. He came to the door of cottage where a little woman was making cakes and baking them on a hearth. And the Saint Peter was being faint and with fasting, for the day was almost done. He asked her to give a small piece of cake, and she made a cake. She made a cake and kept it for baking. But while baking, it mm, it became too large, and she thought that it was too large to give the Saint Peter. So she needed another dough and again kept it for baking, but it looked like the same as first one. So she took a tiny scrap of dough and rolled it flat like a wafer, and she baked it so that if we keep in mouth, it would melt like a wafer. And she said that my cakes that seem too small when I eat for them myself means when I make cake for myself, that will be that time they will be too small to me. But when I'll be giving away the cake for someone else, it will be too large. Then the Saint Peter grew angry, for he was hungry and faint. And surely such a woman was enough to provoke a saint. It means that the woman that was she was so greedy, she was enough to angry make angry a saint. And he said, you are far too selfish to dwell in a human form, to have both food and shelter and fire to keep you warm. It means that God has blessed you shelter, food, warmth, and everything else, but still you are too selfish or greedy. Now you shall build as birds do, and shall get your scanty food by boring and boring and boring all the day in the hard, dry wood. It means that birds like woodpecker, they bore and bore to get food. Like that, you will also do. Then up she went through the chimney, never speaking a word, and out of the top flew a woodpecker, for she was changed to a bird. And the saint just made her a bird, woodpecker, like a woodpecker, and she, without speaking a word, she went through the up of the chimney and flew like a woodpecker. She had a scarlet cap on her head, and that was left the same. But all the rest of her clothes were burned black as coal in the flame. She was wearing scarlet cap like a woodpecker. The woodpecker also has a red color feathers on the head.
Yeah, it has a scarlet cap like thing.
But other clothes were burned in the flame. And every country schoolboy has seen her in the wood, where she lives in the trees till this every day, boring and boring for food. The woodpecker also lives in the wood, and it bores and bores for the food. And every country schoolboy has seen it. This poem is written by Pope Carey. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Ed. Thank you so much. Next, we have a PPT presentation for your better understanding. Okay.
Summary of the Legend of Northland. Summary. The poem narrates the legend of an old lady who angered its Saint Peter because of her greed. The story is the stories of the Northland area where a lady lives. She was selfish and greedy. Once Saint Peter was walking around the world and delivering the religious speech to people. One day the saint reached a woman's home. She was baking cakes. The saint was very hungry as he had fasted the whole day. He was also feeling weak. He asked the woman to give a single piece of cake to him. The woman was very selfish. She felt that the cakes she had baked were big ones. Since she did not want to give any of those from the ones she baked a new cake, but then she realized that this one also was also a bigger one. So she took small dough and rolled it flat. Continued. She made it thin as a wafer, but she was not able to give that one also to the saint. By watching this behavior, the saint got angry. He said that she is not fit to live a human life and cursed her to become a bird. Following curse, the woman transferred into a woodpecker bird. Now she was digging dry wood to get shelter and working hard to search for some food to eat as birds do. Presentation by Cadet Vinayak PK, roll number 557, Kodai House, Class 9. Thank you.
Thank you, Vinayak. Beautiful in a short duration.